just want to, first of all, thank John Ferguson and his team over at Pure Later. They've been instrumental in getting goods from point A to point B right across our province, no matter if it's the N95 masks or any other thing that we need delivered. And I'm joined by our great team, MPP Hogarth and Minister Surma and Minister Jones, all doing an incredible job. Got to tell the people of Ontario where we're at. We had record hospitalizations, record cases, and record absenteeism right across the board, no matter if it's private or public sector. We're in a very serious situation. That's the reason we had to put the protocols in place. I'll start off with, let's talk about education here for a minute. We have a very, very strong plan to get the kids back in school. We've opened up vaccination centers for educators and child care folks. We've also added 18 million rapid tests since September throughout the schools, and as we get more from the federal government, we'll continue to distribute that. We have incredible ventilation. We put 70,000 HEPA filters in. An additional 3,000 HEPA filters are being deployed as we speak. We've hired 2,000 additional staff in the schools to support them as well. We're making sure that we always have a safe environment, which it has been over the period of time throughout the pandemic in the schools. We want to make sure they can function, and making sure that the teachers are in the classroom along with the students. Along with the business closures, we acted immediately. Each business that's been closed down is going to receive a $10,000 grant. They're going to make sure that they have no cost to their property taxes along with their energy cost. And for people that are staying at home a lot longer, we're providing the off-peak rate of electricity at 8.2 cents per kilowatt. That's half the cost of on-peak areas. So we're there to support the businesses. We want to get the kids back in school, but we have to make sure when the kids back in school, they can function. We don't want to see a New York City that a bunch of kids are sitting in the gymnasium doing absolutely nothing, as we see the absenteeism right across the board, not only in the private sector, and schools aren't exempt from this, or hospitals aren't exempt. We are throwing everything we possibly can to make sure we get through this.
What we're seeing in Quebec, because the non-vaccinated people are putting a lot of stress disproportionately on the system, should non-vaccinated people be able to buy liquor? Should they be able to go into different establishments, or should they be asked to show proof of vaccination?
Well, this is showing
just
us,
like liquor.
Yeah. What this is showing us, Jamie, we're up here every day from the pandemic since the vaccines come in. I'm up here constantly saying, get vaccinated. That is absolutely critical. I always say, when you get vaccinated, you're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself for the most part from going into the hospitals and putting a burden on the healthcare system. But when you get tested, you're protecting everyone. And we know, and we've known it for a long time, that no matter if you've had your first, second, or third dose, you can still give COVID and get COVID. But a big way of defending against that, please go out there, get vaccinated.
Yeah, but should there be more restrictions on the non-vaccinated people as opposed to the vaccinated people? Should they be able to go to sporting events? Should they not? Should they be able to shop? Should they be able to go to an LCBO?
Well, again, Jamie, what we want to do is move forward, get as many people vaccinated as possible, and get the economy back up and going. But right now, I want to go back to where we're at today. Where we're at today, record cases, record hospitalizations, record absenteeism. I think, John, you told me the other day there was 300 people absent. Again, no one's exempt from this. They don't have a bypass around schools or around hospitals. It goes right through them. And we want to make sure that the hospitals can function properly and the schools can function properly. We have a solid plan moving forward, and we're going to implement that plan.
That's it,
Should-
Jamie.
Should
Thank
high
you.
school
That's it.
students, because they're 90% vaccinated, be going back to school sooner than the elementary school?
And that's great. There's over 82% of the kids are double vaccinated in high schools. We want to make sure that the teachers have an opportunity to get their booster shots along with childcare workers, and make sure that it's an area that the schools can function in. That is absolutely critical, but let's make no mistake about it. We're in a serious situation, and we're going to get through it because we have a solid plan, solid protocols in place, and we're going to make sure those are implemented.